Well, little update from your pal JSnip4. Had a surgery scheduled for Tuesday, and the flight got canceled, and had to go, which I was supposed to fly out Monday, so that I was there late Monday night, and then Tuesday I could get the surgery done on my foot. And the flight got canceled, so I had to get a flight for Tuesday, so they had to change the surgery to Wednesday. And it was just as easy as that. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking to myself, can you imagine if you were in America? You have to schedule that crap so far in advance. And then imagine the day before something comes up and you can't get the surgery done. Do you really think you can call the doctor and say, "Doctor, can we just schedule this for tomorrow?" And them say, "Yeah, no problem." Not on your life would that happen. So here I am in my hotel room in Tijuana. Tijuana. Give you a little view of what I'm seeing right now out of this hotel. I started looking up at the mountains there, and I said, "Wait, what am I looking at up there? We got some silver we can mine up there while I'm here." Old JSnip4 get up there with his busted up foot and right after surgery, limping around, and get a little silver, maybe a little gold. No, that's not possible. So, like I said, I don't know if I have any subscribers that are right across the border that want to come hang out for a day or whatever, but I will be here until really, really early Saturday morning when I go back. So my surgery's tomorrow, that's Wednesday. I'll be here Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday I'm going home. Not that anyone has to come, it's no big deal. But I want to give you a couple videos while I'm here. I can't stop, when the news is happening. Realist News still has to report. So I'm reading this article at Silver Doctors. Kiss it goodbye. Stunning development in Comex June gold deliveries, says fund manager. Now this ought to be interesting. 1.176 million ounces of gold have been delivered, or should I say delivered, for the June contract, only 6 days into the June contract delivery period. I have no idea what would be triggering this sudden increase in delivery activity in the Comex, other than the obvious. Well, keep in mind, we may see some big numbers of outstanding contracts, open interest, how many contracts are still there, and then we find out that they ultimately get settled or rolled over. Basically, paper just changes hands, in other words, and no one actually demanded delivery of the physical gold. They just played the paper game, which again is what the big bullion banks, the big club members do. They're never wanting delivery. So this is interesting, and Dave Kranzler apparently has taken a little peek at this and thinks something fishy is odd. He says, "I don't follow the delivery patterns as closely as I used to, but this is a massive amount of stated deliveries. Even more interesting is the fact that there's still 6,683 June contracts open, representing, potentially anyways, 668,300 ounces of deliveries. In addition, this is a relatively high number of contracts still open this far into the delivery period. One other interesting point of note is that over the last few months, a couple of new players beyond the standard Comex bullion banks, such as JP Morgan, HSBC, and Scotia, have been participating in the deliveries. Bank of America, Merrill, International, FS Stone Financial, Morgan Stanley, and Societe Generale. All four of these have been taking an increasing amount of deliveries the past couple of months, primarily on behalf of customers versus for their own house account. I have no idea what would be triggering this sudden increase in delivery activity in the Comex other than the obvious. And who knows to what extent the physical gold is actually being moved from the accounts of the delivering parties to segregated accounts of the parties taking delivery. It would be even more interesting if a lot of this gold was being removed from the Comex, which would reinforce the likelihood that it really exists in unencumbered physical form. On another note, the stock portfolio of the fund I co-manage was up 4.7% yesterday versus the HUI up 0.23%, and the GDXJ Junior ETF up 1.7%. We own highly concentrated positions in true junior exploration stocks. My point here is that a lot of money is flowing into the highest risk/return segment of the mining sector. In my opinion, this is a signal that the smart money is expecting a big move in the entire sector. So that doesn't surprise me at this point in the game, with all these robot reports coming out talking about it. I mean, you've got, again, with the First Majestic Silver, a large electronics firm calling them, saying, hey, we'd like to lock in future production now with you. And he says that's never happened. So, again, I think, like he says, the smart money, the people paying attention, some of the big players, they know this, and I think they're now starting to try to acquire the physical gold and silver, unlike they used to before, which would be, if this was before, it'd be a typical delivery time, and then not very many people demanded delivery, and they just changed the paper back and forth, changed hands, left hand sold to the right hand sold back to the left hand, nothing happens. So someone's got an appetite for gold. The question is, who exactly is that someone? We're not exactly sure, but this is still newsworthy because it's telling you that some of the big players are quite interested in precious metals. And as I've always said, if you're a fly on the wall and you're sitting there watching countries like China, Russia, India, and now some of these big players all of a sudden getting in there and wanting physical gold, you should be doing what a fly on the wall does, which is, I saw that, and I saw that, and I saw that. They're all doing it. Maybe I should do it. So again, precious metals, silver, gold, whatever your preference. I am a 100% silver person. I used to have some gold back in the day. Not anymore. I sold it all. Not that I had a lot of gold as it was anyways. And just went all in silver. Because I believe silver has more upside potential on a percentage basis, and that's all that matters anyways. When you're dealing with percentages, it doesn't matter if you buy one gold coin or 100 silver coins. If you have the same amount of money going into either one of those, the only thing you care about, which one performs better. The good news is that either one of them is going to make you real happy. But one of them, and I believe it's going to be silver, is going to make you really happy when that day comes. So, take care.